Friday, baby. So welcome back to Go Again Gaming on day 5 of eating and playing Flesh and Blood every day until Worlds. That's right. Today, for lunch / breakfast, or whenever I choose to eat it at this point, we have 4 eggs and some steak cut up. Here we go, look at this. There we go, look at that. 4 eggs and some steak cut up. So that is, oh, that's an eggy smell. Ooh, that's an eggy smell. I need to open that box way away from my colleagues while in the office today. Fuck me, that smells like a fucking fart. Anyway, thank you very much for joining. Please make sure you like and subscribe and do all the clicking the bells and all that good stuff. Thank you very much to all my patrons who are flashing up on the side of the screen right now. You make a big difference. And as you can tell, it's Friday, so I'm in a great mood. Got a lot of good stuff going on this weekend. We've got Dungeons and Dragons tonight, so we are doing a Patreon session actually, and this session may even feature on Go Again Gaming at some stage. The whole thing is being recorded, and I think I am going to be doing some form of D&D content in the future, so make sure you stay tuned if you are interested in that. But still, there's going to be Flesh and Blood every single day until Worlds, which is about 3 months worth of vlog fab content. So yeah, we're going to be doing that, of course. This week also we're going to be recording the Living Legends podcast, but without Kel, without Red Zone Rogue. He is doing US Nats this weekend. So it's just going to be me and Bill answering some community questions. And I do have a random topic lined up, so we'll see how that goes. But it's just going to be quite loose. As is Flesh and Blood right now, apart from the people that are competing in Nats and all that sort of thing, there isn't really much going on. So podcasts are just basically just loosely strung together at this point. But yeah, we've got the steak and eggs for lunch / breakfast, or whenever we choose to eat it throughout the day. I'm probably going to have a load of that meat in a moment because I'm ravenous. And then later on, we're probably going to have. I haven't got anything defrosted or anything, so I'm probably going to opt for gammon and eggs tonight. Gammon and fried eggs. I'm going to fry the eggs in butter, not oil. Fry the eggs in butter, and then just have gammon and eggs, I think. Another cool thing about the D&D campaign that we're doing as well is that Azra, who you may have seen in the Dungeons and Dragons Escape from Southmore, the Living Legends podcast production, Azra, the character that I'm playing in that game, is actually going to be in this campaign, but from level 1. He's going to be starting at level 1. Why is that happening? Stay tuned. They're hiding all the columns here, are they? Alright. Okay, so we basically just walked back in the door. Our dinner for tonight is going to be gammon and eggs. I need to go to the shop to go and get it though, because we don't have any. Luckily my bike's fixed now, so I can actually go and ride to the shop rather than having to walk. But yeah, I'm going to pick up some gammon and eggs, have that for dinner, and then play a game of Talishar before we play some Dungeons and Dragons tonight, baby. I'm not sure whether you'll see footage of that. Maybe on the next day, tomorrow, you'll see footage of the Dungeons and Dragons from my perspective, sitting at the computer. But another cool thing that we are doing now on Go Again Gaming, I potentially am going to a European Fab event as part of a Nationals weekend. I'm not going to say where it is yet. It's undecided. But in order to fund that, I need your help. There is a raffle going on in the GAG Discord at the moment, the Go Again Gaming Discord. Link is in the description box below, where you can navigate to my website. My website will take you to Discord. But there's loads of things in this raffle. There's playmats. There's like LSS dice that were given to me as part of the Content Creator Appreciation Kit. There's cold foils, there's legendaries, there's good deeds cards, there's Azalea token stuff. There's a whole set of bannerets. Playmats, I've already mentioned that. But yeah, there's loads of things. And if you're in the Discord, you would have already seen the picture that I flashed up in there. So yeah, it's pretty good. I think it's going to be about £5 per ticket. I'm looking to raise £200 to get to this European destination to partake in a Flesh and Blood event, and also just get some quality footage, right? It's next weekend as well, so hopefully we've already had 20 people say that they're interested, so we're basically halfway there. So if everybody buys one ticket at £5, we need 40 people. However, we have had people say that they want to enter and get multiple tickets. So we might even be there at the moment, we don't know. But we're going to run it until tomorrow night, Sunday morning, and then we're going to see where we're at and then make a decision then. But hope you join along the way. Links in the description box below for the Discord. It's going to be a great time, loads of cool things in there. And, you know, some of it is worth quite a bit. So, you know, if you do win and you only buy one ticket or whatever, you could get good bang for your buck on that transaction. So, and it helps support the channel as well for the stuff that I don't really necessarily need, but someone else might want or might want to potentially get. It's all good stuff for a fair price, I would say, and it helps me get to this destination that I want to go to. This time next week, I would be on my way to that destination if we make this happen. So please click the link, in the description box below. Have a look. And if you want to support me as well in other ways, Patreon is a good way to do it. Thank you very much to all the patrons who are flashed up right now. And yeah, I think we're just going to move on to the Talishar game now. That's one thing I wanted to announce today. But yeah, let's play some Flesh and Blood. So again, playing some Talishar for eating and playing Flesh and Blood every single day until Worlds series. Daily series here on Go Again Gaming, and we've already got Icelander again, piloted by Ugbo. Oh no, have we played Icelander on this series? I'm not sure if we have actually. But yeah, we're going to use the sigils, the inertias, sleep darts, or maybe just CNCs actually. Let's just do CNCs and sleep darts as well, perhaps. We'll just go with that and see what happens. We'll use the Null Rune, and then good luck, have fun, and play. Ugbo 65. Let's do this. Let's do this thing. Let's do this thing. But yeah, as I just mentioned on the other video, there's a raffle going on at the moment. So if you made it this far into the video but haven't joined the Discord yet, that is where it is. It's an exclusive Discord thing. I'm not mentioning it anywhere else on the internet. It's only Discord. So go and have a look. Links in the description box below to the website. The website will take you to the Discord, etc. Yeah, some really good stuff in there for £5 per ticket. Looking to raise £200 for a weekend that I'm hoping to do this time next week. It's going to be Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Yeah, 3 days, 3 nights. Anyway, right, let's do this thing. So we're facing against Icelander, of course. We've got some Null Rune, and the first turn is probably just going to be an infecting shot with a combat trick over the top, perhaps. So we're going to get rid of the Codex. We're going to put in the infecting shot and draw a card. We don't have a buff behind it, unfortunately, so we're just going to fire this. Just going to fire this at them for 5. Coming in for 5 on hit Blood Rot. That is pretty much it. We've got a Rain Razor's combat trick behind it if we want to try and force some damage, but I don't know whether that's worth doing right now on turn 1. Depends how they block, really. They are going to take 2 and a Blood Rot by the looks of it. No, so they are going to take. So that, yeah, they're using 2 cards. I can't do anything about that because it's Rain Razors is +2, of course, so that's fine. And we will arsenal the Rain Razors. And pass. Let's see what's going on here. Haven't played against too much Icelander since she came back into the forefront. I know she's been off for a little while, but obviously a string of back-to-back battle hardens and stuff has really sort of put her back up there again. And callings, I should say. The calling in Birmingham was won by Icelander as well, wasn't it, of course? So
5 go again coming at me here. We do have a Rain Razors. We do have Bolt and Shots as well, so we could actually go fairly wide next turn. So I guess we can just take this damage and go to sort of life parity against the Iyslander here. 35, 36 plays 35 at the moment with the Enlightened Strike, and then the Warmonger's Diplomacy. Cool. So I'll choose War, which is not bad. It's not too bad because we do have 2 Bolt and Shots in our arsenal and a Snappies as well. So that's fine, I guess. So we'll just play out this Rain Razors from our arsenal. Activate Death Dealer. Pitch a Lace with Inertia because we can't play it this turn. Bolt and Shot. Draw a card. And then we will fire the Bolt and Shot. Probably should have used something like Red in the Ledger or something there, really, but I guess they want to try and stop the chain of events happening here, which is happening currently. So that's fine, no problem. I've got a card out of their hand. They used a card for Warmongers. Let's just pass the turn here and see what they do. They might be able to blast me with Waning Moon or something on the end of my turn. I do have a blue to pitch, luckily, and some Sigil to gain life. So we're just going to put this into our arsenal, I guess. And coming in with a Fyendal's Fighting Spirit. Not gaining life off of this, which is fine. Doesn't have go again, so we can take 7. We'll take 4 maybe because of the Sigil that we have. And then we can just maybe crack back a little bit harder next turn with the Tunic trigger. So I think that's probably worth doing. We'll just do that, see what happens. We'll play a Sigil and gain some life. Go down to 31. So let's use this to flip up the top card, see what we got. A Bolt and Shot, okay. Bolt and Shot yellow, which means a Ravenous Rabble won't come in for very much. Let's put that to the bottom for now, I think. Let's have a look, see what's on top with the Rabble. Read the Glide Path. Okay, that will do. That will do. Hopefully with the Tunic we can still... let's just use it now. Let's just use it now. Let's get that floating out there. Let's see what they've got. We've still got 1 float in. Cool, let's play Read the Glide Path then. Have a look at the top card again, see what we're going to draw after this with Death Dealer. They're going to have to interact at some stage, but we still have 1 floating and a blue in hand to use to Death Dealer, so I guess it's not... Yeah, here we go. They're responding now. We're not going to pitch to Arcane Barrier. We don't need to worry about that. And then Knock Death Whistle was on top, so I guess we don't want that. That can go to the bottom. And then we'll activate Death Dealer. Pitching a Knock, which is fine. Put in Red in the Ledger and draw a card, and then we'll fire this Red in the Ledger at them for 8, which is still okay. They can only play 1 action next turn. It's a shame we can't get the Remorseless into the arsenal this turn because we do have the Snapdragons available, but still, if they Warmongers next turn, we can arsenal the Remorseless and still be able to attack. Potentially 2 times with the Snapdragons, so I guess we do have to always consider that fact as well. So they are going to be taking 5 unless they have any more D-reacts. No, they are going to take 5. And then we are going to arsenal the Remorseless. We do have another Sigil in hand here, so they're going to Brain Freeze. Is it fused? Ice Bolt, yeah. So they're going to be able to. If you put an action card with cost 0 from their hand on top of their deck. Okay then, so that's fine. Because all of this is 0, so I guess he's going to have to choose his poison here. What does he want? What does he want to get rid of? What does he want to get rid of? Well, I can whatever he puts back on top of my deck, I can then play with Azalea's ability, right? I can then use Azalea to put the thing in there, so I guess I still have access to that card on Brain Freeze. So it depends what he wants to do here, but that's the only action that he's got. That is an instant, obviously. He's put the Codex back on there. So Waning Moon is going to come in for 2. We're just going to say no. And then we're going to pass, I think. Do you want to play Sigil? E-Strike, draw a card, Snappies I could do. Do I want to be forcing that through now? No, let's pass. We don't need to do that yet. Let's see what they choose to interact with first. So let's have a look. Remorseless on top. We know what's on top because obviously the thing is there, the Codex. So that can go to the bottom. And then we will just E-Strike. Should we do E-Strike, go again? Or E-Strike, draw a card? And then play the Sigil. Let's do... Let's just do E-Strike. Putting this on the bottom of the deck, and then let's just do go again. Let's see how they respond with this. So 5 go again, and then we can still play the... so they're going to Ice Bolt me. Let's play the Sigil. Just gain some life. So it just negates that, basically. That negates that damage. So they're going to Waning Moon me still. There's nothing I can do about it because I've used all my cards, unfortunately. I mean, choosing go again on the E-Strike did force out the Arsenal from Iyslander there. But maybe I could have chosen something else. But I was always going to get frostbitten, and it's obviously a red heavy hand. So maybe I should have done just chosen buff power, but. Don't know what's going on here. It seems to have frozen. There's nothing going on. The game state is not changing. The game state is not changing. The game state is not changing. What's going on here then? Why is it taking so long? No. Okay, and then we've still got the E-Strike coming in at them after this for 5 go again. Which they're going to take. Go down to 22. Right. Fine. And then we have to pass, because obviously we've got Remorseless there. And they're just going to Aether Ice Vein us for 5. If it hits, I discard a card, which I am going to have to do. Pay 2 or avoid discarding. Yeah, okay, why not? Now the thing is here is we can fire the Remorseless at them. The thing is, if we're greedy, we could Seek and Destroy and then Remorseless, which threatens them a lot more. But I think they're going to be able to interact with us before that happens. So I think we just have to fire this at them and then maybe do a Rain Razors combat trick. Or just keep the Rain Razors. But we will see. Alright. So that's fine, I guess. Take 2 cards away from them. Pass. Pass. See if they want to blast me. No. Put that in the arsenal then. If this is a Warmongers, we're still okay. E-Strike. Alright. E-Strike for 7. So on the next turn, we can get a Deadeye through. So I think we're just going to try and... Should we just take this? We've got a Tunic Trigger as well. So we'll see what happens on this next turn. We'll see what they've got. worst case scenario, they play the ice thing from their arsenal. It's going to give us a frostbite straight away, which the tunic will cover up. But then it just depends on what that ice card is which they play at instant speed. That's the problem. So we'll see what happens here. We're going to flip up the cross wrap to reveal the Rain Razors. What are they going to do? And of course I can respond with the tunic trigger here as well before they do or resolve anything. But yeah, 15 playing 22 at the moment is... yeah, it's not great to be behind on life against Iyslander, but what can you do against bloody Aether Ice Veins that deal 5 arcane damage? Oh, here we go. So let's just activate the tunic then in that case. So they are going to give us a frostbite, and then they are going to draw a card from Cold Snap and then give us pay 1 to prevent Arsenal or ally from being frozen. Yeah, why not? Fine. We've used a tunic trigger there for that then. And we still got a frostbite. So do I want to put Command and Conquer on the top or bottom? They haven't got an Arsenal anymore, so that can go to the bottom for now. Okay, so now we've got a frostbite, so we have to get rid of that by playing Spire Sniping, perhaps? Yeah, by pitching Spire Sniping, I should say. Then we still got 2 floating, which is good. We're then going to be able to activate Death Dealer and put Remorseless in there and draw a card. See what that card is. And then we can decide what we want to do here with regards to that. So we've already got a Rain Razors on the stack. We also have Snapdragon Scalers available, which is very good. So we're just going to do that for now, and then we can... oh no, we can't. We can't reload. We can reload through Knock Death Whistle, can't we? Yes, let's do that. We can reload through Knock the Death Whistle, and maybe even get a Dominate off as well at the same time. But we do need to go wide here. We need to strip their hand away. Let's snappies it. Let's go. And let's go and get, what do you want to get? Remorseless again, perhaps? Or do we want to, what do we want to do? Do we want to fire off, yeah, Searing Shot maybe, something that costs nothing? Yeah. Yeah, this is going to be quite a lot of damage coming through here. Which is nice. Quite a lot of damage, so I can double Rain Razors. Is good. So this is going to come in for 7. Well, basically 7. So 6 on hit, lose a life. Go again. Alright, let's just see what they've got. They haven't got an Arsenal, so they're just going to have to blast me. They're just going to have to blast me here and see what happens. Need to stay out of the way of Storm Striders, but... let's pitch 2. Pay 2 or avoid discarding. Aether Ice Vein is the one that kills us. It really is. Aether Ice Vein really fucks us, man. Really does. And now they can just potentially kill us before we do anything, which sucks big time. Or they can interact enough. If they give us 1 frostbite and we draw a red, we're pretty much doomed. So we need to basically draw a blue here, otherwise we die. Well, they're still going to be letting us do that. So let's just fire this off at them. Coming in for lethal with the Blood Rot as well on hit, but they can still block with 2 cards and equipment. So, well, they have 1 card and their equipments, so they don't really care, do they? They can kill us maybe at instant speed. Oh, it's sunk below. They're going to go to 3 and then, oh, okay, undoing their last action. Okay, so they're going to take 1, double sink below. Okay, all right, fair enough. All right then. Okay. And then they can just waning moon me, like you know, at this sort of stage, they can just waning moon, can't they? And for the win, basically. Polar Blast, pay 1 to prevent dominate. No. CNC. But now they can just Storm Striders me for the win, can't they? Can they do that? Probably. Let's see. Let's see. Go on. Bolt me. Bolt me. Oh, they can just waning moon me, can't they? Maybe they think I have like a sigil or something. Oh man, I just don't understand this. I just don't understand this. This. I really do not understand this. This matchup. I really don't understand. 0. There we go. Lovely old job. That is very difficult. That's for sure. But there we go. That's Iyslander. That is Iyslander. Very hard to really understand what to do in that matchup. I mean, leave a comment in the section below if you've got any tips on that, because that just feels horrible, mate. It really does. The lack of arcane barrier, the Aether Ice Veins are the things that screw us up, because if one of those things goes through, it just makes us that we discard a card. Maybe there was some gains on that you know that weren't. Maybe there were some turns on that game where I should have done something completely differently. But it's just weird playing against Iyslander. I just don't really understand it, and it makes me want to put in three. Lace of Inertias. Rather than 2. It also makes me want to put in things like Sedation Shot against Iyslander rather than Infecting as well. And even things like Red and the Ledger just do nothing in that matchup. It's just quite frustrating in that regard. Null Rune Gloves, I just don't think that does enough either. I just don't think it does enough, even against Wizards. I think Iyslander is just a hard one. I know we have a lot of Arsenal hate, so maybe that's the way to go with it, but it's just CNCs. I didn't really see any of those in that game, and again, they're reds. They don't really do much either to prevent or try and prevent arcane damage. It's just a tough one to really sort of understand what to do in that game. But hey ho, these things happen. So thanks very much for tuning in. We've lost against Iyslander, surprise, surprise, and we'll be back to do it all over again tomorrow on Go Again Gaming. A couple of things I want to shout out though, actually. So I have a new sponsor on the channel until the end of the year. Some of you may actually know or have purchased, especially the people in the GAG Discord and the Go Again Gaming Discord, may have purchased from this individual before. And that is our good friend Tobias from the Sigilit Gaming. And let me just expand this this window so you can see. Thanks very much for sticking around this long, if that is the case. So let's expand this window. But yeah, he does some awesome sort of custom tokens, like altars. So this is the Azalea that he's done. Obviously it's a shiny one. Look at that. That's nice. Lovely old job. So he's done an Azalea. And the link to this will all be in the description box below. Look at that, Death Dealer. It's not really doing it too much justice because of the lighting. There we go, it's a little bit better. Death Dealer, there we go. It's a bit autofocus a little bit more now. Look at that. That's a lovely old job. Well, you've got the crow's feathers and that falling out of it. And speaking of crows, you've got the crow's nest as well. There we go. Look at that. It's not focusing very well, is it? There we go. Look at that. So yeah, the Sigilit Games does some great sort of altars, does loads of different things, so definitely go check them out. He gave me a code actually as well, so I'll flash this up. Well, I won't flash it up, I can't be asked to flash it up, I've got a lot of things to do tonight. So this video probably won't be as well edited as the last ones, but still, we eat flesh and blood and play flesh and blood every single day until Worlds, that's how it goes. So the code is 10% off. Where is it? Where has it gone? Yeah, 10% off orders, doesn't have an expiration date. So that's it. 10% off orders. and that is GAG, G-A-G, 4, the number 4, alts, A-L-T-S. So GAG 4 alts, and then that gives you 10% off orders on his Etsy site. And again, does all manner of different heroes, but these are the Azalea ones that I was given to show off. So they're pretty sick. They just spice up your hero area as such. But yeah, that's pretty much it for today. I'm going to go have some food now, but you don't need to eat. Don't need to watch me eating that. You would have already seen it at this stage anyway, what I'm actually eating for dinner. But I need to go and get it now, and then eat it, and then do a character sheet for my Azra level 1 character, and then we're going to be playing some D&D tonight. So you might even see that session on the channel at some stage, because I'm going to be recording it. But we'll see you. We'll see you tomorrow to do it all over again here on Go Again Gamer. I don't know what that noise was, but yeah, cheers.